cause y'all know what it is.
TNN Trap News Network.
I was with Rich Trapper.
I flex with you. What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? Rich Trapper's happening in TNN Trap News Network. Back in this thing, like cook cracking this thing here at TNN Trap News Network. It's come to my attention that we have surpassed that 31,000 threshold, and we are giving away the chili May the 16th at 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time. So make sure that you're around for that chili giveaway May the 16th, Sunday, 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time, man. No long intro, no long talking, just giving y'all that chili out that y'all been waiting on, man. With that being said, let's get to the clip. Y'all, we finna slide over to a YouTube channel that I enjoy quite a bit. It's called 23-1. He's talking about the fact that Chud the Builder has been, I believe, picked up by the feds. I know that he might be charged with a 187 with a body, might be charged with a potential attempted unalivement. So we finna jump into this content and see exactly what's going on. Let's get into it. Let's go. Shout out to 23.
Oh, episode Lockdown 23-1. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're traveling down to Honky Tonk, Tennessee, land of the Chattanooga train smoke, not to mention the beautiful state that I chose to reside in. But in all seriousness, I'm going to be speaking about a streamer who's become very popular in the last few months for all the wrong reasons. And I wasn't going to tap into this side of the field, but he happened to have caught himself some charges right in front of the courthouse yesterday. We're going to be speaking about Chud the Builder, I believe is his name. What this guy's been doing is absolutely unbelievable. And look, I'm going to break down exactly what could be coming this guy's way if he steps foot in a Tennessee penitentiary.
Now, in a Tennessee penitentiary, he might have an issue, especially considering the fact that, you know, he has to get through the county jail before he gets there. And I don't think that the blacks is going to care for this dude. They say that the whites is going to look out for him and all that kind of stuff. The whites might stay down for him and blah, blah, blah. He has to make it to his people before that happens.
That's the last thing he wants to do. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the channel and enjoy all things lockup and crime related, then this is absolutely where you need to be. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave, and check out my beautifully assorted playlist with many more videos for you to start watching today. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read from this article coming from the New York Post, and then, of course, I'll drop my valuable 2 cents. But it says, racist streamer Chud the Builder has been charged with attempted murder for allegedly shooting someone who confronted him outside a Tennessee courthouse. The streamer, real name Dalton Etherly, 28, shot an unidentified man during a fight Wednesday outside the courthouse in Clarksville. Clarksville, about 2 hours from me. Maybe I'll drive down there, man, cruise around in the Scatty. But according to the district attorney Robert J. Nash, who said Chud also accidentally shot himself during the incident. Yeah, you know, things can get very panicky in those type of situations. But Etherly, who amassed an online following by filming himself spewing vile racial slurs to get reactions, was in court for a civil case over unpaid debts, just days after he was arrested for skipping out on a $400 restaurant bill while refusing to stop streaming. He live streamed from the shooting scene, blaming his gunfire on the other man, who was black according to witnesses, confronting him over his vile online content. He said that the man and others were laughing at him as he walked by and threatened to hit him if he started spouting his racist ideologies. He said, you start saying all that chimp out stuff.
See, here's the thing, though. If you start, you know, doing these things in public and people recognize you for being an outwardly racist individual, you kind of are a public nuisance, and that will fall under the lines of domestic terrorism. Once you start creating a public nuisance, once you start calling it a public disturbance, just your mere presence based off your idealisms and your ideologies and your lack of self-control and your hate speech starts to create disruption within the public, that is domestic terrorism. You will be considered
about me, and I'm gonna hit you. And he hit me. He started wailing on me. Etherly, who has multiple videos online referring to black people as chimps. And look, this guy's doing all this stuff while armed. You can like actually see the gun in his pocket in many videos. And the people that he's saying these racial slurs to, you know, see it. And it keeps them from doing anything too crazy. But like I expected, eventually, someone's not gonna give two shits and fire off on this guy, just like what happened at the courthouse the other day. Then Etherly bizarrely tried to pin blame on rich people, goading strangers into harming them. They're all publicly saying, if y'all assault this guy, we'll make you rich. The victim was medically evacuated by Life Flight and is recovering in stable conditions, officials said. Etherly also suffered what's been described as a graze wound on his arm. And Nash said it appears he's accidentally shot himself during the fracas. I don't know why they use that word, but he was detained at the scene. He's additionally being charged with aggravated assault, reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon, and employing a firearm during a dangerous felony. He's being held at the Montgomery County Jail until bond will be set at an arraignment hearing, according to the county sheriff's office. In his live stream, he insisted he shot in self-defense. Montgomery County Sheriff said that this kind of violence won't be tolerated, and our office will work to make sure those responsible are held.
And they're not going to be able to say that it's self-defense because you've done all these things that are antagonistic. You've done all these things that create these issues, that create these problems. Nigga, you can't sit here and be like, oh, well, we just wanted to, we just blah, 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 and all this and all that. No, nigga, you created these problems, you created these issues. You have to stand for the BS that you did. Your consequences are your consequences.
Accountable to the fullest extent of the law. The mustached antagonist was supposed to appear at court on Wednesday afternoon, where he was being sued by a debt and credit collector, according to court documents obtained by Clarksville Now. Just last Friday, the self-described free speech patriot was arrested for allegedly harassing strangers at an upscale steakhouse in Nashville. He reportedly began shouting racial slurs at the restaurant before announcing he would not pay his $400 bill even after polishing off the entire meal. Golly, I love how they said polished off. Cleaned that jank before he walked out. But where to begin with this individual here? Let me just say something about the whole freedom of speech thing. Yeah, you could think that we got it, but I've seen personally friends of mine go to prison for things that they said to a manager at a superstore. You know, I'm not going to break down exactly what they said, but it was treacherous. At the same time, though, it was just, him speaking. He didn't do anything. He was in a rage. So is freedom of speech really there? To me, it's really not. If I can't just say any old thing I want without any kind of repercussions and consequences in the courtroom in any way, shape, or form, then there ain't no damn freedom of speech nowhere to be seen. I mean, you can go to Virginia Beach right now, probably walk the boardwalk and say that you could get fined or go to jail for cursing. I don't know, they might have taken those signs down since I've been there. It's been a couple years, but yeah, I've always felt as though that whole thing is just bullcrap. You can't say anything you want. You can, but you could go to prison too. I'll let you weigh out the options on saying whatever the hell you want to say.
You can't just say whatever you want to people. If you start talking to people crazy, you start talking to people disrespectfully, you start talking to people in a way that's less than flattering, nigga, you will be put in a situation where you will get sent to jail for your domestic threats and all kind of stuff like that. They're not going to tolerate you just talking to people crazy. That's what's not going to happen.
Days, but for me, when it comes to like violence or racial slurs, anything that would, contribute to someone else being violent in the act of me saying it, I'm not going to say it. You know why? Because chances are, if someone gets killed, shot, stabbed, do you not think the rageful, despicable words that just came out of my mouth isn't going to play a factor with the jury or the judge as to why everything escalated? Yes, it definitely does. A lot of times I've seen people get convicted because they could have walked away. Like me in my situation, that's what the judge said. You could have walked away, went in the house, and called the cop.
Yep, you didn't have to escalate. You didn't have to figure out the situation on your own. You didn't have to do nothing that was going to make the situation go from bad to worse. Once you have an opportunity to walk away from the situation and you choose not to walk away from the situation, it's going to be a problem. It's going to continuously be an issue. It's going to be everything outside of the desired result that you thought that it was going to be. It's not going to work for you, bro, at all. You're not going to see it your way.
But no, I chose to come back, stick around, and defend myself. Every situation takes place a little bit differently, but I know one thing for sure. Tennessee is not going to stand for anybody getting shot in front of their damn courthouse. No, sir, man. Someone's going straight to Smokeville, and that's going to roll me right into what I really want to speak about. If old Chud the Builder goes to the Tennessee State Penitentiary, my goodness. Even if he goes to a PC block where he's nice, guarded, and safe in a cell all by himself, which I highly doubt would happen to him, especially in Tennessee, right? I think they would put him in some kind of, I wouldn't say minimum security prison because he's in there with some violent crimes. If convicted for these charges, man, he's going to a big boy pad. And if he's even close to a GP block, like I said in the beginning, chances are, hypothetically speaking, them inmates going to turn him into a sock puppet. And then when they're done with that, they'll turn him into a pincushion. Look, man, I've been to prison 2 times in the great state of Virginia. And, racism's always there a little bit on the streets, you don't really see it too much. A lot of people like to keep it hidden. But in prison, at least the ones that I've seen, the racism and the separation of cultures, I guess you could say, is elevated. And look, I've never done time in a Tennessee prison, but if I were to guess, a little more down south, just by living out.
You creating yourself a problem. And when you create that problem, Chud the Builder, you figure out a way to make yourself a target. My nigga, you're going to be victimized. And it's not going to go the way you think at all. And you think that you can continue to play with them old school black people like that and it's going to go well for you. That all being said, man, I'm going to let y'all catch the rest of this on 23-1. Big shout out to bro. This is my first time reacting to him. I'm a long-time watcher, long-time subscriber. Shout out to bro. Red dots to the left. You know the rest. We go.
Zero for the neighborhood hero. We got all four corners. TMC, the marathon definitely continue. Mr. Burger right here, live in the flesh. We out here, nigga. Trap knows. You know that, nigga.
Dangerous. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Work all in the floorboard. Tell the ops, check the scoreboard. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. A nigga ball like game 6. A nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
Game 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let them hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall. 81 points strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell us. Gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's never outside, nigga.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
I've been winning, tell my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboards. Late night, that's the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game for. Put myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. Friends is hella fake, I know we're enemies. Intention, I let it go until it click if I'm an aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of Fame shit, so with this mind, I'ma take. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
Safe like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.